Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here today. It's cold outside. I hate cold weather. I'm, of course, Gregor Guy, joined here by Mr. Casey and Mr. Cuz, and we will be presenting the next episode of Banghead STEM. So I'm going to toss it over to you, Mr. Cuz. What you got here this week? What are we talking about?
Topic of the day is bone regeneration.
Okay.
I think it was fitting.
Okay.
Alright, so they're working on bioengineered bone microenvironments. Does that make sense to you? They're using CRISPR again to modify they're injecting cells. Well, let me break it down a little further for you.
Yeah.
So they get these cells from fat cells, and so they've been using liposuction to get the fat cells out and then extract those cells from the liposuction fat.
Anytime that I hear anything being used from liposuction fat, I think about Fight Club.
Yeah.
You'll make some soap.
We're gonna make some soap too. Gonna fix your bones and wash your body.
Yeah,
Alright, so they're using these cells that they're getting out of the fat, and they're engineering them to be able to regenerate, and they're injecting them into the marrow of said bone. They really want to go for like elderly people first, you know, where their body starts deteriorating and they get like arthritis and stuff like that in their joints.
Okay.
And they're going to inject it into their joints, and it's supposed to basically make it a better support in the marrow that's breaking down, or whatever it may be. It's still in its infancy, but
So I can't just go to the doctor and be like, inject me with some fat cells.
yeah. It's not there yet.
Damn it.
Yeah, they're aiming more for the older people and people with joint problems.
Could this repair broken bones at all?
They want it to, but it's going to take some work for that. They get Well, here's a good example. It's going to stimulate new formation of new bone. So
Yeah, technically, going off that, I believe it would be able to repair broken bones. You know,
right.
I assume once they get it figured out. Obviously.
Yeah.
Do we know where they're at? You know, with their testing on this?
They haven't tested it.
Oh.
Are they testing on animals?
So this
animals,
is
yeah.
basically just a theory at this point.
It's not been tested on humans yet.
Okay.
On animals, it has.
Okay.
Do you want to be the first subject?
Yeah.
Like biggest bone.
Yeah, I mean, what's the worst thing? I had to inject. I got a fat bone. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
I mean, it could eat your marrow, and then you have a hollow bone. Who knows what would happen? There's so many different avenues.
Yeah.
So would it compete with like a human growth hormone? Or do you think human growth hormone?
Human growth hormone. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean that's not gonna necessarily affect your bone structure.
No, that's not bone.
That's gonna be more muscular.
Yeah.
And so on.
I'll be honest. I thought human growth hormone had different kinds of human growth hormones for different things.
I don't think there's anything for bone.
Yeah, it's called calcium, milk and cheese.
Yeah, that's what basically what I was thinking of when he was talking about it, how people use that. I mean, I normally have at least probably a cup of milk a day.
I hate milk.
I drink a lot of milk too.
But I normally drink that in the mornings. When I get up, I have like a glass. I like to drink instant breakfast, which is basically like a kind of like a vitamin. It's like a shake. It's like a vitamin shake that you drink in the morning with milk.
Are you sure it's not Ensure?
It's not Ensure. That is an old people thing.
Are you 100% sure?
Maybe. I mean, it could be closely related, to be honest with you. But I mean, it tastes good, in my opinion. Just like a milk, it's not really like frozen or anything. It's just milk powder in it.
Okay.
A lot of vitamins.
A lot of vitamins. There you go. Heard it here first.
Iron.
Sorry.
Now we went off on we went off on vitamins. I mean, I really don't know what else to say about things. I mean,
I want to hear the rest of the information.
is there more? Okay.
The main goal. So the guy leading the research is a guy named Michael Langacker.
Langkacker.
Langacker from Stanford School of Medicine.
We apologize to Michael for not knowing the pronunciation of your name.
Longacker.
Longer.
Okay.
Gakr.
Okay.
Alright, so his whole point for doing this research was the fact that there's over 2 million joint replacements each year, mostly in elderly people.
2 million?
2 million joint replacements a year.
Honestly, that's personally, in my opinion, that sounds kind of low.
For just joint replacements?
For I mean, look at we got where we work. We work in pretty rough conditions, and we have people that need or have joint replacements, and they're not even maybe in their 70s or 80s. They're more around 60s, I would say.
2 million a year, though.
Right, but I mean, we look at how large the population of the United States is in comparison.
How many people don't go get it fixed?
Okay,
and
so
stuff?
let's break these numbers down too. Okay, 320 roundabouts million people in the United States.
It's way higher than that, right?
No.
That's it?
Roundabouts, 320.
Isn't there around 90 billion people on the planet?
90 billion?
I thought that was a number.
No, we're almost about...
Almost 8.
8 billion. Okay.
90 billion.
I mean, I'll be honest.
Are you
Oh,
kidding me? Are you kidding me? We all been fucking walking around the world like this and shit. 90 billion fucking people.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
I've never heard that number.
Woo. Okay. Anyway, that's the thing. But anyway, 320 roundabouts
Okay.
in the United States.
Out of how many people in the United States?
320 million.
Okay.
2 million joint replacements. Now, granted, some people probably, throughout the course of a year, might get 2 done.
Right, that's true.
But,
Yeah.
how many, my question will be this, and I don't have these numbers or metrics in front of me, how many of those people, of the 320 million, are over the age of 60?
I would think almost all of them. I would think that's a very low percentage. That
Of 320 million people?
Right.
Most or all of them are over the age of 60.
Right.
Are you over the age of 60?
No.
Millennials.
But also, I don't need a joint replacement.
I'm not talking about the joint replacements. I'm talking about the percentage of the United States population that is over the age of 60.
Oh, okay. All right. What is? Well, I would think that number is probably around 15 to 20%.
Okay, I can see 15%.
Yeah, somewhere.
Okay, yeah, 15 to 20. Yeah, all right, that's fair. That's a fair assessment. Okay, so going off that, off the top of my head, let's just say that, man, this is difficult math to do. So there's about 50 million, we'll say.
Okay.
50 million Americans over the age of 50.
And
now,
there's-
granted, these numbers are not accurate. This is just surmising
Estimations.
and estimation. Okay, so out of those 50 million, 2 million joints out of, I don't even know how many joints they can replace nowadays. I assume it's a lot because I'm sure I've heard knees, hips, shoulders. I agree with what he said. I think that those numbers are actually kind of low. Just 2 million joint replacements
In a year, though.
in a year. Yeah,
In a year. Not a lifetime.
I don't know.
That's what the guy said.
I'm
I mean, he obviously did research on it. Why he's doing what he's doing.
What was his name again?
Michael Longacker.
If you're out there, Michael Longecker. We know we're butchering your name, but reach out.
Yeah.
Correct us if we are providing false information.
All right. Just move on. I think we really went off on a little thing there. I feel like we probably put a couple people to sleep with that little off-cut.
Tangent.
Yeah, I got a little bored of it myself.
Greg got into his numbers game in his head there for a good 5 minutes.
All right.
Well, you know what? Why don't you just go ahead and drink some Ensure and, wake your ass back up.
Make strong bones again, bro.
Anyway.
Alright. So, they had an image of... So they had different colors. I guess some kind of scan. So they had the bone, and then they had the marrow inside, and then they had the missing pieces, like where the marrow was like disintegrating or whatever it does. And that's where they want to work on, not with the joints, but with the bone marrow. They want to be able to inject these stem cells into the bone marrow to kind of harden the inside of bones again. That's their next step after they work on the joints.
It's kind of like a fountain of youth, maybe.
Sort of, yeah.
I mean, if you think that if you can harden or strengthen the bones when you become older, you're more capable of more physical activity, which probably in general is better for your health overall in general, and people could continue living longer.
Like if they can do both of these,
And then they'll raise the Social Security age to 75.
if there is social security.
Keep working. You have strong bones.
Yep. Well, that's going to be good if they can actually pull both of these off. Like you said, people will be able to live longer and not be in pain and super achy all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because if you fix your joints and your bones, well,
Yeah.
I mean, your muscles, that's just you moving around most of the time and eating right and stuff. There's 80-year-olds out there that are better shaped than us.
Fair enough. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
There we go. Science. Growing bones.
Regeneration.
Anyway. Thanks for putting that together there, cuz
I figured you would like this one.
if you... Well, I mean, it's only pertinent because...
Yeah. I probably would have did the other.
Anyway, well, if you found this particular piece of content informative or enjoyable, remember to like, share,
Subscribe.
Hit that bell note, please.
I'm, of course, Gregor Guy, joined here by Mr. Casey and Mr. Cuz. Once again, thanks again for putting that together. And thank you out there for watching this episode of Bang Head STEM.